Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about my ex monkey branched from one relationship to another. So let me just first go into what monkey branching is. So from what I've understand, what I've seen, monkey branching is when someone is seeing someone else kind of on the side or if someone as a backup, and when their current relationship ends, they go straight to the backup, and that's how they monkey branch, right? Because they've always got someone basically in the background that is, probably always wanted to date them, or perhaps it's someone that they've been secretly talking to behind your back, and then they've gone from this new person, from the old relationship straight to this new person that perhaps they've been talking to for a bit. Right, and there's been a bit of an overlap, right? You can tell that there's been an overlap with relationships, right? Like she was with you, let's say, but she was also kind of, while she was with you, she was still talking to someone else. And then when your relationship ended, she went straight to that person. So that's kind of the idea of monkey branching. And it's a little bit different from a rebound because there's the overlap, right? Usually with people that's in a rebound, they were solely with that person that they were once with. They broke up from that relationship, and then within a few weeks they find someone new and start dating someone new, right? Whereas with monkey branching, there's an overlap. So the thing is that you shouldn't be too sad about this. And I know it's kind of difficult not to be, because it hurts. Because not only really, to face the facts, basically, not only did they go from one relationship straight into another, they also cheated on you, right? Because there was that overlap, right? So there was some dishonesty there as well. So it's sort of like a double whammy. Like, first of all, they're breaking up with you and they're going into a new relationship, or perhaps you broke up with them, but you're going through a breakup with them. You've gone through the heart-wrenching thing of, a breakup. But also you're finding out that not only are you going through this heart-wrenching thing of a breakup, but also that they essentially cheated on you behind your back. Or perhaps you knew, I don't know. But, it still hurts to know that they've done that sort of thing. And it does hurt, it does sting. But what you've got to realise is that someone that does this has literally no integrity. Okay? So I'll give you a little bit of a story. And I don't think I've ever said this part of this story before. Right, so if I go back to the relationship that I was in, I think it was, I think it was about 10 years ago now, right? And that person that I was with, she cheated on me, right? But not only that, when we broke up, she started dating that person that she cheated on me with, right? So I've been there, right? I've seen this happen before my very eyes. Right? And it's not nice. It does suck, right? Even though I made 100% the right decision to break things off with her, it still sucks when that kind of thing happens, right? But what you've got to realize is that this person has no integrity. And also, they are so insecure about themselves, right? That they can't not be in a relationship. They can't have time to just let the dust settle, to heal, to get over it, have time to do their own thing, chill out for a bit before getting into something new. They are so afraid and so insecure because relationships give them so much affirmation that they can't stand being single for even a minute, right? And that just screams to me deep, deep insecurity. And it also screams to me as well that you're way better off without them, even if it feels like it sucks, right? Even if it hurts, because it does, it sucks. Even when it's, even in my situation, when I broke up with this girl and then she suddenly started dating the person that she was cheating on me with, right? It sucked and it hurt, even though I knew that I made the right decision for myself to leave, right? So even if you are the one that did the breaking up and you were the dumpee, right? You were the one that was doing the dumping. No, you were you were the dumper, sorry. And you know that you were the dumper. And you know that you did the right thing. It can still hurt to see this kind of thing. So I can understand if you feel like it sucks and you're going through a lot of pain right now. I've been there, right? So With that being said though, you are better off, you really are, and you're going to do the opposite of that. At least I hope you are, right? You're not going to get into a rebound, right? You're not going to monkey branch as well, right? Well, technically you wouldn't be able to monkey branch unless you already had someone lined up anyway. But I don't want you to do anything like that. I want you to have some time to just be single and do your own thing and to heal and to get over it. Because if you go into a rebound, that's not going to help things, okay? It really isn't. It's really not going to benefit you at all, okay? The reason why you need time alone to be single is because you need to enjoy and learn to get back to yourself and enjoy your own company. Because one of the reasons why this person is monkey branched is because they do not like their own company. They cannot stand being alone, that they need to be in a new relationship immediately, right? So you don't want to be like them, right? It's like Marcus Aurelius said in Meditations, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy, right? So what you do then is you take time to just be by yourself, to enjoy your own company and to do things that are good for you. Because often when these sorts of things happen, people go off the rails, right? Especially if they didn't want the breakup to happen and they're completely heartbroken, right? They overindulge in watching too much Netflix. They, play too many video games, eat too much, drink too much, do things that are really destructive. And I know that because I've been there, right? I did that, right? I did that when I went through that first breakup, right, of mine, my first major breakup. I, drank too much, ate too much. I started dating new people almost straight away, right? Because I felt like I was in a race, like, oh my God, my ex is in a new relationship. I need to be in a new relationship too. And, that was a pretty destructive first year for me after breaking up with that woman, because I just didn't know the things that I teach now, right? I didn't know these things. I didn't know that what was best for me was actually to just take some time out to just, recuperate, right? But I went in all guns blazing. I downloaded loads of dating apps. I did all the, the things I say not to do, basically. That's what I did. And, that first year of breaking up with them, I did a lot of dumb, stupid things. But albeit, I was in my early 20s, so sometimes that kind of thing just happens anyway with people in their early 20s. But still, right? So you need to learn to enjoy being on your own and not do anything destructive, because that's not going to make you feel good about yourself if you do, right? If you're doing things that you're overindulging in different things, you're trying to get into a rebound, even though you might not be aware of it, you need some time to just relax, to heal, to get over it. Go to a couple of therapy sessions if you need it. Read some personal development books, or, go on a retreat or something if you can afford it. Other things that may help is, exercise, getting healthy, trying to, do things mostly that are good for you as opposed to things that are bad for you. Find projects, find some goals for yourself, start working towards those things. That's going to make you feel really good about yourself, because if you feel like you're making progress in life and you're getting better, you're going to automatically feel good about yourself. Doing things like that rather than things that are destructive, or, it's like that Viktor Frankl quote that I use, and that is, when a man can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. And that's often what people do when they're feeling really awful after they've come out of a breakup. They start watching too much Netflix because they're just trying to avoid life, and they're playing too many video games because they're trying to avoid life, and they eat loads of junk food because they're trying to numb the pain, right? That's what people tend to do after a breakup. But for you, I'd love it if you did the opposite of that, and you did things that are actually going to help you and improve you and help you get to a better stage in life. Now, of course, you're going to have better days than others, right? Because it obviously hurts when someone breaks your heart but also ends up in a relationship straight away afterwards. It hurts, okay? So you're going to have better days than others. I understand that. So it's okay if one day you kind of go off the rails a little bit, right? And you watch too much Netflix and you binge eat or something like that. Sometimes you will have days where you do that and you feel like doing that. But what's important is that most of your days, let's say like 80% of the time, you are doing things that are actually making you feel really good about yourself, and that are empowering you, that are helping you and making you, grow, right? And improving your life. You want to find things that will improve your life and do those things. So that's like exercise, learning new skills, figuring out where you want to be in 5 years' time, and doing the action steps to get you there, right? Because that will make you feel good. Even if you don't reach your goals, even if you make a little 5-year plan for yourself and you don't reach those goals, right? At least you're trying, at least you're making progress. If you can't make it in 5 years, perhaps you'll make it in 6 or 7 years or 8 years, right? But the point is that you want to feel like you're getting better than you did yesterday, because that's what's going to make you feel good about yourself. That's what's going to make you feel empowered and make you feel confident, right? And if there are things that inspire you, that make you feel really excited about life, that bring you a lot of meaning, that makes you feel like you're making a difference, that's amazing, right? And that's going to make you feel amazing too. So don't be like your ex. Learn to love being single and to enjoy yourself. And then maybe after a while, after a year or so, it depends on how long the relationship was. If it was a short-lived relationship, then maybe 6 months. But if it was like a long-term thing that you used to give together for a year or more, then you probably need a year or more to get over it, okay? So just give yourself that time. Give yourself that break to just focus on the things that you love, right? And that should be really exciting to you. That should be really fun for you, because you're like, okay, I don't have to focus on love for a while. Great, that takes up so much of my mind. I can actually focus on, learning things that I've always wanted to learn, skills, getting these new goals, going to the gym, exercising, whatever, you should be excited about this new chapter in your life, because it's going to open up many possibilities for you, right? Especially if you, join some new groups, or, you go to different events and stuff, to do with your hobbies, to do with those things that you feel inspired about. That's going to make you feel really good about yourself. And you're going to meet new people and you can make new friends. And you should see this opportunity because that's what it is. When someone breaks up with you and you realize that they're a monkey brancher, right? You should see that as, okay, that is one door closed, firmly closed. I'm glad it's over, because this is a new opportunity for me to find someone better, right? And something else that I talk about a lot is, I've got 10 recommended books, right? I recommend, to go and, start reading through those books. You don't have to buy them through those affiliate links. You just write down the titles and find cheaper versions on eBay, or go to the library and check them out, or something like that. Because those will also help you fill in your knowledge gap. So when you do get into a new relationship, you're not going to make the same mistakes that you may have done. You're going to know what the red flags are, because those books will help with that, right? Those, especially the 5 books that I have on there that are for relationships and dating. The other 5 are for personal development and personal success. So if you're interested in learning about the opposite sex, and so you can understand them better, so when you do get into a new relationship, you're going to feel so much better about yourself, and you're going to know what the red flags are, and you're going to know how to communicate, you're going to know how to date them, then definitely get those books so you don't make the same mistakes again, right? Because even if, your ex did like 90% of, the bad things, which they may have done, you're still responsible for some of that. I'm sure if you look back on your relationship, if you're truly honest with yourself, that there are some things that you could have done better. Right? Find out what those things are, learn about them, and fill in those knowledge gaps so they don't happen again. Okay, so if your ex is monkey branched, good for them, right? They are so afraid of being alone, right? They're so insecure, right? They can't be alone. And you're not like that. I'm sure you're not like that, right? So you feel sorry for them, pity them, right? They can't be alone. They just simply can't do it, right? They're so weak that they can't be alone. It's pretty sad if you think about it, okay? So, and also what might give you a little bit of satisfaction maybe is that, if this person has done this to you and they've monkey branched, that relationship that they're in isn't going to be a happy one, right? Not long term. I mean, even if it may look happy on social media, I can guarantee it, if someone has monkey branched like that and they haven't done any of the inner work to feel better about themselves, then that relationship isn't going to be a very happy one. Even if they're together for the rest of their lives, I can guarantee that there's going to be a lot of conflict there. Even if, they may eventually resolve their issues and their problems, right? but also they may not, and there may be a very sad relationship, but you're not going to have that. You're going to one day have a very, very happy relationship and a healthy relationship, right? You're going to have that, and you can have that for yourself. Okay? You can have that. So get those books if you can, and I shall talk to you again very soon. If there's anything you would like me to discuss in a future video, then please leave it down in the comments. If you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.